Hi, I'm Raj, and in this video, I will provide some tips and tricks which can help you in becoming a fast and efficient reader. And I would like to acknowledge the book How to Read Better and Faster by Norman Lewis, from which we have taken inspiration for this video. To measure anything, we have a unit. Like to measure our vehicle speed, we have kilometers per hour. Similarly, we can measure our reading speed by WPM, that is words per minute, which can be formulated as words in a passage divided by time taken to read it. So for instance, if I read a 500 words passage in 2 minutes, my WPM will be 250. A generalized scale based on the readers and their speed can be derived as shown. If your WPM is less than 150, you can term yourself as slow reader. An average reader would have words per minute in range of 150 to 250. An efficient reader from 250 to 350. You can practice and judge for yourself where you stand and try and upgrade yourself into next category of readers. Please read the passage given in the description below the video and record your time. Please pause this video, do it right away and record your time. Okay, I hope you have done the needful. Now identify yourself as slow, average or efficient reader based on the scale on your screen. Please practice more of such passages with a sense of urgency in your mind. You will gradually see an increase in WPM. Once you have identified where you stand, you can proceed with the first technique. Eye fixation. When we read any word or sentence, our movement of eyes decides the speed with which we read. Eye fixation is number of pauses your eye takes to look at the words in the sentence. Now it totally depends on your practice, that how many words can you read and comprehend in one pause. Lesser the eye fixation, faster is your reading speed. Consider this, you are watching a live tennis match. Your eyes will move from left to right. Faster the players are volleying, faster your eyes will move. Now don't you think you will get a better view and understanding of the entire game if you fix your eyes at the center of the court, that is at the net, and then try to look at the whole game? Don't you think this will save you time and effort and will also increase the overall understanding of the game? Let's see how an inefficient reader would read. The dots here are where eye is fixating. This reader has a limited span of one word per fixation. So he is reading like this in his mind. Don't let book be your master, make it your willing servant. Very slow, isn't it? And this is how an average reader would read in his mind. Don't let book be your master, make it your willing servant. Although it is better than previous one, yet this is slow. Efficient reader will read like this. Don't let book be your master, make it your willing servant. Here, eye fixations are minimum, resulting into faster speed. So from now on, whenever you read, make a habit of taking a bigger snapshot of as many words as you can and minimum fixation of eyes. An efficient reader has an eye span of 3 words. I mean, he can read in groups of 3 words. And while doing so, his eyes will be fixed on the center word, enabling him to read to the left and right of it without moving his head. Another technique that you can club together with the eye fixation one is cutting the inner speech. When we read, our inner speech comes into play. That is, we speak words in our mind. This slows down our overall speed of reading, as we can only read as fast as we are vocalizing it in our mind. Read this passage and identify the inner speech. It is simple. If you are pronouncing words in your mind, that means you have that inner speech we are talking about. And you must be having eye fixation on each and every word. You are advised to neglect this inner speech. We totally do that in mathematical calculations. When you will solve this addition, your inner speech will not say 4 plus 8 is equal to 12, then add 3 and so on. It will sound like this: 12, 15, 17, 26, 33 and so on. By years of practice, we have mastered to cut inner speech in calculation. Same habit we should apply in reading a passage. Take conscious efforts to not speak in your mind what you read. Read only with your eyes. I repeat, try to become a visual reader. So to help you cut your inner speech, perform this exercise. On your screen, words would appear with a predetermined speed. Your inner speech will not have time to react. Please look carefully and try to understand the passage. Don't recite in your mind. Try to comprehend it just by looking at it. It will start on 3. 1, 2, 3. You have just read 487 words with the speed of 300 words per minute. I hope you were able to comprehend what passage was all about. Same passage is given in description below the video for your reference. Do practice more of such passages by increasing the speed greater than 300 words per minute. Let's do another exercise to improve your eye span and fixation. You have two separate paragraphs on your screen, and these paragraphs are divided into portions of 3 words. Try to read each portion in one fixation by consciously focusing your eyes on the green line in the center of the paragraph. So your eyes should move downwards along the green line. No pausing or backtracking is allowed. And yes, don't just read, try to comprehend as well. Do the same exercise with the second passage. I hope you understood the technique. More of such techniques and examples can be found in the book which I mentioned in the beginning of the video. If you have time in hand, practice from it as well, only if you have a couple of months before exams. This brings us to the end of this video. In verbal ability section, most of the students practice the type of questions directly, without giving emphasis to basic reading techniques. If you will invest time and practice such techniques, it will give you an edge in overall VA section. But don't forget, you need to practice a lot on your own. With this, I'll sign off. Thanks for watching.